Call this meeting to order. If you all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call, please.
Alderman Hoff.
Here.
Alderman Barella.
Here.
Alderman Rucker.
Here.
Alderman Morose.
Here.
Alderman Collins.
Here.
Alderman Osteen. Mayor Harmonson.
Here. All right, we do have a quorum tonight. Seemed like I just closed the meeting, but I was on a 2-week vacation, so got back late last night. So good to see you all again. So I'm going to move on to citizens communication. This is a time set aside on the agenda for citizens and visitors to address the mayor and board on any topic that is not a public hearing. For those here in person, speakers will be restricted to 3 minutes unless otherwise permitted. Minutes may not be donated or transferred from one speaker to another. Any questions or comments for the mayor and the board may also be sent to the city clerk at tberreth@osagebeach.org no later than 10 a.m. on the board meeting day, the first and third Thursday of each month. Submitted questions and comments may be read during the citizens communications section of the agenda. The Board of Aldermen will not take any action on any item not listed on the agenda, nor will it respond to questions, although staff may be directed to respond at a later time. The Mayor and the Board of Aldermen welcome and value input and feedback from the public. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to the board? Okay, seeing none, we're going to move on to the approval of consent agenda. Has the board had a chance to review the minutes from the Board of Aldermen meeting on June 6, 2025 and June 17, 2025? The bills list from July 2nd and I'd like your license for your renewal, Sergio's. Alderman Hoffman, is that in order?
It is indeed.
All right, any questions or comments on any of those? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda with the amended minutes.
Very good. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Morose. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, no opposed. All right, we're going to move on to unfinished business. First, we have Bill 25-48, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, to issue its taxable industrial revenue bonds for Anglers Outpost Project, Series 2025, in a principal amount not to exceed $13 million for the purpose of providing funds to pay for the cost of acquiring, constructing, and improving an industrial development project in the city, and authorizing the city to enter into certain agreements and take certain other actions in connection with the issuance of bonds. This is a second reading. City Attorney Cole Bradbury, please.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. We discussed this at length the last couple of meetings. Don't have anything to add at this time, but I'm happy to answer any questions, and Mark Spikerman's with us as well if you have any questions for him.
Comments or questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve second reading?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Rucker, is there a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Morose.
Yes.
Alderman Barella.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
All right, Bill 25-48 passes. Next, we have Bill 25-49, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the execution of various documents related to the Lakeport Village redevelopment area. Second reading. Again, City Attorney Cole Bradbury.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. My comment on this one is going to be the same as the last one. It will be the same for the next couple. Don't have anything to add at this time, but happy to answer any questions. Mark as well.
Comments or questions from the board? Seeing none,
Rebecca, would you turn her mic on?
do I have a motion to approve second reading?
I'm sorry.
Motion.
Alderman Barella. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Collins. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Morose. You can just raise your hand. Alderman Morose. Gotcha. Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen. Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
All right, Bill 25-49 also passes. Next, we have Bill 25-50, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, approving the issuance of tax increment and special district revenue bonds in connection with the Lakeport Village Tax Increment Financing Redevelopment Plan, pledging and assigning certain revenues for the purpose of paying the principal of and interest of the bonds, and authorizing certain other actions and documents in connection therewith. Again, City Attorney Cole Bradbury.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the board. Ditto.
Comments, questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve second reading?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Hoffman, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Collins, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Morose?
Yes.
Alderman Barilla?
Yes.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
25-50 also passes. Next, we move on to Bill 25-51, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the city to cooperate with lender to the Lakeport Village redevelopment project and authorizing certain other actions and documents in connection therewith. City Attorney Cole Bradbury.
Last chance for questions.
Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve second reading?
To approve second reading.
Alderman Rucker, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman, roll call, please.
Alderman Barilla?
Yes.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Morose?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
All right, Bill 25-51 passes. Last item of unfinished business, we have Bill 25-54, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Wilson and Company, Inc., engineers and architects for engineering services related to the Safer Streets for All grant for an amount not to exceed $649,723. Second reading, City Engineer Drew Bowman, please.
Mayor, members of the board, I don't have anything else to add at this time. And thank you. Sorry. Good. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to ask them or answer them.
Could you repeat what you said the first time, please? I didn't hear you.
Mayor, members of the board, I don't have anything further to add to this item. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
All right, comments or questions? Alderman Hoffman?
Yeah, just so that it's on record, this is a 80-20,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So-
this project is federally funded 80%, and 20% is the responsibility of the city.
Thank you.
Any comments or questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve second reading?
Motion.
Alderman Barilla, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman Barilla?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Morose?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
I'm dying.
All right, Bill 25-54 also passes.
Jesus.
Alderman Morose, do you want to take a little break?
I'm living.
Would you like,
Thank you.
do we need to take a break?
I've got water. I
Okay.
just-
All right,
yeah.
all right.
I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine, I just want to make
I
sure.
don't mean to interrupt, but just a little caution,
All right,
a little interruption now and then.
all right.
Sorry.
Well, if you need to break, tell us, okay? Okay, all right. New business, Bill 25-55, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Stockman Construction LLC for the 2025 rehab of Station 30-5 project for an amount not to exceed $243,927. Again, City Engineer Drew Bowman.
Mayor, members of the board, this project is to rehab a station, Station 30-5, and relocate a gravity sewer main that is sometimes during a high water event under the high water mark of Lake of the Ozarks. And so we are relocating that gravity main and doing a mechanical rehab of the station so that the manhole that is below the water line during a high water event no longer intakes water and is pumped into our sewer system.
All right, Comments from the board, questions? Alderman Barella.
I was just curious what station that was. I don't know what 30-5 is.
It's,
Sorry.
Don't feel bad, I was going to ask you too.
It's kind of hard to, it services the Land's End condo complex, if you're familiar with that. And it's down in the back of a cove, is somewhat hard to access. And the gravity main from the condo has, to our standards, has a manhole. But that manhole's elevation is not high enough and is below the high water mark of the lake. And when the high water mark comes up, that manhole leaks and it infiltrates into our system and pumps out into our system. It puts extra stress on the system.
Any other comments or questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve first reading?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Hoffman, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Morose. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading, Bill 25-55 passes. Next, we have a presentation, Area Marketing Program, LOZ Convention and Visitor Bureau. I'm going to turn this over to Jamie Rutledge, our Marketing and Development Director.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. I want to give you guys a little bit of background on this. You are formerly familiar with this program with the Tri-County Lodging Association, which is now, of course, defunct. The Convention and Visitors Bureau, headed by Heather Brown, who is here tonight, is revamping the program and relaunching it. And this is to promote the lake and Osage Beach at the regional and national levels in order to bring in visitors. What we have done in the past since fiscal year 2016 has been to set a budget of $25,000, and that does give us matching funds through the state program. You're not going to get a deal like this anywhere else. This is what we need to promote the city. And as well as our lake amenities. And the funds are used exclusively to market. These don't go to administrative costs or anything like that. And Heather, if you want to go ahead and come up, and she has a short presentation she wants to share with you guys. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I have myself, Heather Brown, and Eric Hellman. He's been with our company for over 20 years as well. He does a lot of our digital web end of things, and so he's my backup. He can answer a lot of the technical questions. But yes, Jamie explained it very well. You guys are pretty used to this program because you guys worked with Tri-County Lodging Association in the past, and they would present this to you. The reason it looks a little bit different now is because we no longer have the lodging tax. So this is our only funding source for the matching dollars for the state of Missouri now. And so we are reaching out. So we initially launched the AMP program, is what we're calling it, the Area Marketing Program, at our annual dinner in March. And we had a lot of businesses reach out and say, we want to get involved with this. And so we have a lot of private partnerships with some businesses that are actively, we've already launched a few of the campaigns starting July 1st. And we just reached out to Jamie because the city has always been a great partner. We thought we would want to continue that, and we want to give you guys that opportunity to continue. So we still have a landing page for the city of Osage Beach from the previous campaign. We just updated it, included the dog park, some of your newer features that you guys have, and we can continue to upgrade that page. And so I'm just going to quickly go through this presentation. You guys have already seen it, so I'm going to look back because I heard we don't have a clicker, so we're manually clicking. So we can go ahead and go to the next slide. So basically, our whole goal is to increase awareness to the city of Osage Beach. Lake of the Ozarks, city of Osage Beach. You guys are primarily, your economic driver is tourism, and so that's why this is a natural great partnership to work with you guys, even above some of the other municipalities, just because they have a lot of other diversified economic drivers to their economy. City of Osage Beach, you guys are tourism, and so it just makes sense that we partner. Go ahead to the next slide. Our goal with this campaign is to do basically Google display ads with Google demand marketing as well as retargeting. So we want to be very targeted with our approach here. We want to make sure that we drive people further down the funnel to actually become visitors, not just awareness campaigns. Awareness campaigns are going to be more like your billboards or just kind of like, hey, let's just stay at top of the mind type ads. These are going to actually be trackable. We want to make sure we're getting people to click through. And so we're going to be very targeted on the type of messaging that we put out. And if the ads aren't working, we're going to switch them up pretty quick and make sure that we're constantly analyzing that. And then the key component is the retargeting. We want to touch them and keep touching them until they finally make that decision to click through the website and hopefully stay here in Osage Beach. Go ahead to the next one. This slide, which I'm not going to go through it, basically explains what that marketing is and exactly how it works. Go ahead to the next slide. This is a breakdown of the dollars. Basically, we will partner with Madden Media, which is an approved vendor through Missouri Division of Tourism. We cannot just use any vendor we want. You guys understand that more than anybody being government. You have protocols, you have things that you have to do. So the steps to this process is they have approved vendors. Those are the only people we can use to place our advertising with. So I hate to say that if you maybe get approached by some local media, if they can easily ask and try to be an approved vendor, we just have to market 50 miles out. So we can't use any local media for this program through Missouri Division of Tourism. And so that is an approved vendor, Madden Media, and so they have done a fantastic job with a lot of CVBs in the state of Missouri and in other states as well. So that's just an idea of how we would break out the funding. So the process goes, we partner with you. If you guys should accept it, we give you guys a contract. We work up all the creative. We have to send it to Missouri Division of Tourism. They have to approve that creative. They have to approve the landing page. And then we place that advertising, and then we have to get reimbursement from them. So they have a lot of steps to their process. You can go ahead and go to the next page. In addition to what we're giving you guys, this is something that's a little bit different than TCLA because we have a lot of other options that we can help you guys. So in addition to just doing the straight marketing, we can do social media promotion for City of Osage Beach through our personal pages. We also are going to recognize you guys at our annual dinner as a AMP partner. We're going to put you on all the newsletters to the visitor as well as to the membership. And then, of course, we have different blogs and stories where we are going to focus on our AMP members heavily, just because you guys are supporting the program and we want to give you guys a little extra exposure than the average business, if that makes sense. And I believe that's the last slide other than my contact page. Yeah, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. I know Jamie there's been a few people that have asked questions. I've talked to a few of you guys individually. I know Jamie has interacted with you guys and answered some questions, but I'm really happy to answer questions or if Eric wants to chime in on anything.
I'm good unless somebody has questions.
Yes, sir. Alderman Hoffman.
I'm just curious, do you target like the entire country? Do you target like the Midwest, or how does that work?
So really, I put on your sheet who we were targeting. However, I've actually got that even fine-tuned. So working with Madden Media, what we do is we redefine the exact marketing specific to the partner we're working with. So if we're working with a cave, that marketing might be somewhat different than you guys as the City of Osage Beach. So your target market's going to be Iowa, Illinois, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, Dallas, Denver, Memphis, Omaha. And we're going to focus, as I mentioned, we have to be 50 miles out of Lake of the Ozarks. So we'll still in Missouri hit like the St. Louis, Kansas City, that drive market. And then we are going to focus on boating, family travel, fishing, foodies, outdoor adventure, people like that, because especially with the state park and all of your guys' outdoor resources. So.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
Alderman Collins.
Okay, so if you've got ads running for us, how do they not compete with Lake of the Ozarks? Like, I realize we're all working together for one destination, but if we have an ad that we're, like, can you explain how that works?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
So, and Eric can chime in on this as well. So that's why we created these separate landing pages. So if we wanted it to be one lake message, we would just drive them to our homepage. So what we would do is just say, hey, we're just marketing Lake of the Ozarks. You guys are going to pay into that pool and then the whole lake, right? Even though we fully understand that the whole lake's going to benefit off of this entire campaign, right? But what we've done to make it a little easier is for every partner, they have their own landing page. So you guys will have your own landing page specific about Osage Beach with links that go directly to more information about Osage Beach so that you guys get that added exposure. So it'd be no different than if you ran an ad and put them towards your homepage that's just all Osage Beach. Does that make sense? We've created like a mini website about Osage Beach for this campaign.
I get that, but if you're running ads for Osage Beach and ads for Lake of the Ozark, for Lake of the Ozarks, are they not, or Lake Ozark, are they not competing with each other on Google?
We have different marketing strategies for different members.
Okay.
And so, for example, some of that demographic that I just explained to Hoffman, it would be different but depending on that partner. So, for example, we have a golf partner. So that's going to be very golf oriented. It's very niche marketing for that golf enthusiast. The same with our boating member. We're promoting some boating events for that participant. So even though it is Lake of the Ozarks as a whole, we are getting grainier with like the type of niche marketing we're doing with each partner, if that makes sense.
It does. And then I have one more question. Would Jamie approve our ads like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there has to be, you got to keep in mind, the state of Missouri ultimately approves it. So we have to adhere to their guidelines and rules. So we will use imagery of only Osage Beach. It'll be the same as what we've done before on that imagery. And so we'd most likely, that imagery isn't outdated, so we can present that. And those have already been approved before by the state, so absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
And if I may just add for Alderman Collins, the involvement of the CVB can be as little or as much as we want.
Yes.
The incoming marketing and development director, in my opinion, I recommend that they be highly involved because nobody is going to know this city like we do. And we need to have a hand in this. And I think it should be one of the most important priorities right now, particularly when we hit the tourist season next year. These ads need to be in place by January. And that's something that, you know, Heather knows and we've talked about. So it just depends on like I know there's going to be a gap between me and the next person, but Heather can already get this running, and I've already outlined some strategies with Devin and April to pass on to the next person. So it's going to be in good hands.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Alderman Hoffman.
Just one last quote. I assume fishing is one of our targets, correct? Okay, thank you.
Alderman Rucker.
Could you explain, and I probably asked this in years past, but what does retargeting mean?
I'll take that. So I'm sure you've been to various websites. You go to that website, maybe you're shopping for shoes. In this case, we're shopping for visitors. You leave that site, you go to another site, all of a sudden you're getting served up ads for that particular shoe brand. It's actually called remarketing now. Retargeting is kind of the old term. They've started switching over to use the term remarketing. Basically, it's the same thing for us. So when we drive people to our website, we have those pixels on our website. It's part of our privacy policy explaining how we're using those. They come to our website. Depending on the season, depending on what it is exactly, we have those pixels on our site that serves up cookies on their phone, their device, that follows them around. In the summertime, it follows them around for, I believe it's 60 days. When we started hitting off-season, we dropped that down to 45 days. But once they leave our site, they're getting served up these retargeting ads. They're important. Those are important because we know that the people that are getting those, if they click on those retargeting ads as somebody that has been to our site, now they're getting more information about our area, and then they're clicking on it again. Those are the travelers that are a lot more likely to come in, visit the Lake of the Ozarks, that sort of thing. So that's what it is. It's that nice, fun, creepy stuff that you see where you get served up ads all the time from various businesses because you've searched for it, or and some people, say they talk and their phone hears it, and the next thing they know, they're getting served up ads, which they very well could. Not going to deny that, but that very well could happen. We don't have those particular targets on ours, but that's what our retargeting ads.
That's why I'm still getting all this stuff from Orange Beach, Florida, where I was at 2 weeks ago.
That is exactly it. And if you've had somebody that comes here on business and they have been here, we're going to follow them when they leave and serve them up ads, hopefully on a leisure, to bring them back. Now, we can't tell where they've been here, whether it's business or leisure, but if they've been to this area and they leave, we're gonna serve them up as well for a little while and just stay top of mind. The click-through rates on those aren't as high as what like a normal display ad would be, but they're a lot more qualified because it's another step down the funnel that they're actually clicking and saying they're interested in here. So, and real quick on the your all's landing page, it was mentioned that you guys have been with, partnered with us since 2016. The last couple of years, which have been kind of strange years, but if you run the fiscal year of 24, which was July 1st of 23 to June 30th of 24, that landing page had about 22,000 visitors. And keep in mind, and we will be doing this as well, those ads aren't running for a straight 12 months. We sit down and take those dollars and say, okay, what are the most important months that we want to hit a visitor in their planning stages? So it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to be hitting people in July real heavy when they're already coming here. We want to hit them more March, April, and May, maybe even over the holiday season. So that 22,000, there's probably 4 months in there that we may not have been serving up ads at all or very little. The next year, July of '24, we'll call it September of '24, because basically when the lodging tax stopped, your all's ads stopped. I'm not real sure how much of that dollar amount ran, but I will tell you that there was 9,500 people that viewed that landing page from July 1 to the end of August. So basically 2 months had 9,500 people that viewed that landing page. So as we go into this, we will, we'll have those numbers. They report those numbers on to us on some numbers on a monthly basis. There's a more detailed report that we get from Mad Media on a quarterly basis, but we're able to track that, know how many people hit your landing page, how many people clicked off of that landing page to come to, information about your parks or information about, because all your parks are listed on that page with a link out to each one of those parks, and just different things like that, so.
Any other comments from the board? Questions? All right. Heather, Eric, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
All right, next item, based on the same subject, we have a motion to approve LOZ CVB Area Marketing Partnership Option for the Marketing Partnership Program for a period of July 1, 2025 to June 30th, 2026. Again, Jamie Rutledge.
Just want to reiterate, I do recommend approval of this. If you do have any questions about the budgeted amount I had, because we weren't sure what was going to happen with a marketing program, I have spent a few $100s on radio ads and internet ads for local events, so that's where that disparity comes from. And I'm happy to answer any questions from the board and mayor.
Any comments, questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Collins, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Morose, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Okay, thank you, folks. Next, we have a motion to approve the disposal of city surplus from multiple departments. April White, Assistant City Administrator, please.
Yes, Mayor, members of the board, I'm sure you all had a chance to look through the list of surplus items from the various city departments and their associated disposal methods. And the online public auction will occur like late July, early August, and I recommend approval.
Comments, questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Collins, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Varela, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Next, we have a motion to allow the mayor to sign the tow truck rotation list participation agreement between the city and Grand Towing LLC. Chief Davis, please.
Mayor and members of the board, this is a request from a reputable business owner in the city to be placed on the tow truck rotation list. It's Grand Towing. They're operated out of Grand Collision, which is the old Jerry Hawkins body shop. While the police department's not used the tow service, we have utilized the body shop and had no issues. We recommend approval.
Comments from the board. Alderman Hoffman.
How many companies are on the rotation?
Currently one.
Is that just high tech?
That's just high tech.
Are they within city limits?
Yes.
They are? Okay.
We've had up to 3 at one time, but the others have since either came off the list or been removed from the list.
Do we even have any other towing facilities inside Osage Beach? Do we know?
Just Grand Collision right now, or Grand Towing.
I remember Don Hoffman had one years ago, but, okay, that's
Very
it.
familiar with that.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Hoffman, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Morose, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. All right, on to staff communications. Ringo's City Administrator, Devin Lake.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the board. I only have 2 items this evening. First, I wanted to let you know we have hired a GIS technician, and she will be starting in a couple of weeks. And then I want to wish Drew and Jamie well. This is their last board meeting, and we will miss them greatly. So thank you for everything you guys have done. We appreciate it. That's all I have.
All right. Assistant City Administrator April White.
Yes, Mayor, I wanted to recognize Carrie Bell on completing the fiscal year 2024 audit process, and even coming in on her vacation for a bit to submit the completed audit to GFOA for the Excellence in Financial Reporting Award. So I remember what that really feels like. And then I wanted to recognize Devin for putting together a really fun team building activity for the management team a couple weeks ago. We had a really good collaboration before we hit the mini golf course. And I am humble enough to admit that I had the lowest score of the entire management team. Not making excuses, but my team was very competitive, and one of them hit a hole-in-one. And congrats to Ty, who was the best golfer of the morning. And wanted to wish Jamie and Drew well on their future endeavors. And just to follow up on that, since Eric's not here, that 5-day Youth World Series tournament went well. Our gross concession sales were almost 11,000 for that 5-day series, so that was great. And then the second movie night at the park was last Friday. They didn't have as much attendance as the first one, but it rained that afternoon and then got super muggy, and so we think that was a deterrent. But looking forward to the third movie night in a couple weeks. So that's all I have.
Thank you. City Clerk Tara Barrett.
I do, Mayor, members of the board, thank you. I registered everybody for MML. You should have probably got a confirmation for your registration for your classes and the dinner, and your hotel is already taken care of. They're all in each of your names, so when it comes time, you can go in and check in whenever you want, and then they'll just send me the bill.
They have classes?
Well, you know what, Alderman Hoffman, that happens when you go to conference. But, I got your number. So if anybody has any questions about anything, just let me know. But your hotel's all taken care of, and everybody's good to go for that. All right, that's it, thank you, and happy 4th of July, and Drew and Jamie. Love you.
All right, City Attorney Cole Bradbury.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. I have a funny one for you. So, all the folks on Facebook when they're not experts on Iran or tariffs, they're experts on the city of Osage Beach. And, one topic that comes up quite a bit is administrative search warrants, which is a ordinance we approved a few years ago. I'm proud to announce the city has finally obtained its first administrative search warrant in our history, and it is to go mow some grass because the owner of that home has gone MIA. We can't find him, can't get his permission to come in and mow his lawn, so we got a search warrant issued on Monday. I think transportation's actually going to go out and do the mowing tomorrow, we think. And we will file a search warrant return reporting that we mowed the lawn. So that is how they actually work in real life. That's all I've got.
Very good. Chief Davis.
Next Thursday, one of our recruit officers graduates the academy. So Lieutenant Taylor and I and some other people will be going down to attend the graduation ceremony in Springfield. Then we have a new dispatcher that's starting on the 14th.
Oh, cool.
Mashia Curley. Then today, myself and Holly went up and were present with the governor when he signed the bill renaming the Grand Glaze Bridge to the Officer Felicia Carson Memorial Bridge. So we'll have Representative Vernetti's gonna frame the document and drop it off for us. He wanted to do that for us. And then just so you know, Jamie, we have not accepted your resignation, so that goes, no, but in all honesty, good luck, Jamie and Drew, on your new jobs.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Building Official Ron White.
I really have nothing. Hi, Stiller. Okay. I really have nothing to add other than good luck to Jamie and to Drew, and wherever you're going, it's not as good as here.
Safely.
IT, Michael Bean.
Nothing as well. Best of luck to both of you.
All right, Jamie, you have anything for us?
Just continue to welcome Holly into the city and to continue to pass along information to her. She is about to go fly from the nest as of next week. So please be patient, please be kind, and give her all the good tidbits, because I know you guys have done that with me. I have absolutely loved this job. Loved this job. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I love this job. And it's going to be hard, but it's just kind of how life works sometimes. But thank you for being great bosses. I'm going to start crying. A great staff, and just really appreciate y'all's support to welcome me into the city and kind of let me be creative and do like funky things. Chief, I think you looked at me like I was crazy half the time on half the things I wanted to do, but you guys trusted me, and that means a lot. So thank you, and I'm sure I'll see you guys on the flip side.
All right. City Engineer Drew Bowman.
Well, it's not like her job to be, communications expert or anything, so I'm not sure if I'm going to follow that up with anything as professional as that. But I really thank you for letting me serve in this position. I wish everyone the best of luck. Everyone at the city has been amazing to work with, and I wish you all just the best of luck and future success.
All right. All right, Carrie Bell.
Just a little update. I know there have been we had some Mayor, Board of Aldermen, there was some conversations about for the utility billing, different payment options in recent months. And I just wanted to let you know that when we ended the year in '24, we were like at 19% customers paying those through ACH process. And now we are up to 27%. So we're getting the word out there, and a lot of interest for this zero cost to the customers and very minimal cost to the city to provide this service. And yes, gonna miss Jamie and Drew.
All right. Airport, Ty Dinsdale.
Not much to add tonight. Mayor, members of the board, just thank you, Jamie and Drew, for all your help enjoyed working with you guys. Thank you.
All right. Carrie Patterson, City Planner.
You want me to go next?
Please.
All right. First, I just want to say whatever, Jamie. Good luck, Drew. Planning Commission meeting next Tuesday. So feel free to check that out. There will probably be some pretty good discussion, that we have at those meetings that sometimes doesn't make it all the way up to the board level. So if you have time to check it out online or even pop in, we welcome you. And that will be next Tuesday at 5:30 in this room. That's all I have.
Good. Public Works, Jeff Fisher.
Nothing to report, Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Keegan, I didn't ask you, do you have anything?
I don't. Thank you, though.
All right. Alderman Collins.
I just want to say thank you and good luck to Jamie and to Drew, and to you and everyone else. Have a very safe and happy Independence Day weekend.
Very good. Alderman Rose.
I will try. I want to thank Jamie and Drew for your service. It's really been a pleasure to have you on board. And also, I think considering we don't have our lodging tax in place anymore, that we got to do whatever we can to help market our area. And thank you for coming tonight. And other than that, happy 4th, everybody. And I'm going to stay warm and hot by the pool.
With a hot toddy, probably.
And a hot toddy, yeah. Thank you.
Alderman Hoffman.
I'd like to reiterate what Alderman Moreau said. Heather, and I missed the gentleman's name there, sorry. But, how's it? Eric. Thank you for coming down and presenting. And with the loss of TCLA and with the loss of the lodging tax, it is imperative, in my opinion, that we continue to be aggressive in our approach, and I thank you for your efforts on that. I had the fortune today to meet up with Mr. Tagatoff down at Pruitt's Point, where Marriott has come in and built essentially a mock room, both a single and a double, for what is going to go into the hotel at the Oasis. It is impressive. It is modern. I was taken back at how well it was done. Obviously, Marriott has put a lot of thought into this. So You're going to see it out on social media. I don't know if they're giving tours yet or not, but it is very impressive, and I'm very excited when I saw that today. Jamie and Drew, everyone has said it over and over here tonight, but as great as you guys are, without your guys' help, that dog park would not be what it is. Drew, your design was fantastic. Jamie, I would have never dreamed that the marketing could have gone so well. So I just want to really, on top of everything else you've done, I want to really thank you for what you did on that dog park, because without you guys, it wouldn't be what it is. And that being said, I'm going to miss both of you. Both of you are awesome. Good luck in your ventures moving forward. It's going to be very busy out there this weekend, folks. There's not a hotel room or a VRBO available pretty much anywhere at the lake. So please have fun and be safe.
Alderman Barella.
Jamie, Drew, we're blessed to have you guys, and do want to wish you the best of luck. And other than that, just everybody have a happy and safe 4th of July.
Alderman Rucker.
Well, I gave my personal thoughts to both of them, and just want to tell everybody, be careful out there. It's 4th of July weekend, obviously. We all know that, and those of us that live here are going to do like what we always do. Stay at home and let the tourists have their fun. Thanks.
All right, I guess I'm last. I only have a few things. As I said before, I literally left 10 till 5 the day after our last board meeting and got back about 6 o'clock last night. And my wife and I had a great trip, drove all the way up to Washington, Seattle, saw family, saw the Mount Rushmore and all that sort of stuff. So happy to be back. But in all these travels and all this beautiful land we saw, we were like, it's beautiful up here, but we love Lake of the Ozarks. We love Osage Beach. And everybody said, don't you love the scenery? I do, but after 2 weeks, we missed home. So this is home for us. And Heather and Eric, thank you so much. I look forward to the partnership and promoting the Lake area again. Drew and Jamie, it's been a pleasure working with you. I had the opportunity to work with both of you quite a bit here at City Hall. I'm going to miss you both. Appreciate everything you've done. And the only other thing is, I can't read my writing. Oh, 4th of July. Be careful out there, folks. Yes, it's going to be busy. It's going to be hot. We do go out and enjoy the tourism, Alderman Rucker. This is the time of the year we got our traveling done, so everybody comes down to see us. So we got to take them out. And of course, my daughter, she wants to go to the pool bars. So I guess we might be out and about a little bit. But enjoy the lake, enjoy Osage Beach, enjoy our beautiful city and beautiful community, and be safe out there, and just have a good time and be safe. So that's all I have. Was all that. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Alderman Hoffman, is there a second?
Second.
Alderman Collins. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, meeting is adjourned. Thanks, folks.